It's in the game.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 21 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lemon. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. That's caught. It's Sanders. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Caught near the sticks, it's Lane. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simpson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's Marsh.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Makes the catch, it's Marsh. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch on the right side. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. lowers those pads. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on first down. He's got his man across the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to pass, it's Mayava. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Release to the back. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his man, it's Marsh. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Throwing on the run. Caught at the 25. There he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got a man. It's McCulley. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on...
He's got it inside the 25, and they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, it's the second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's Klein. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play. The fact that they forced the turnover.
And the unthinkable just happens. You're the offense. You're trailing in this game late in the first half. You're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to put some points on the board, but can't turn the ball over. And now all of a sudden they've given it back, and there's an opportunity for the opponent now to widen their lead.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to...
He's taking the shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Got enough space. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
It's complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Coming out with it, it's Simpson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the air, it's Underwood. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Rush is on him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And they take it in for 6 more points.
There's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Klein. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Underwood. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 35. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. No good. Guys, the missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the catch, it's Marsh. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Grab near the marker, it's Klein. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Wolverines are on the move. Gonna look downfield again. That's caught, it's Marsh.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Snags it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine feet screaming because of that dominant.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. No, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in, it's Morgan. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead, now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the fourth quarter.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws to the tight end. Fired in there, but incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. This crowd knows when to bring it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before.
Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency.
Makes the grab on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He'll take another shot here. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Just keep slinging it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Marsh. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lemon. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Complete to the right. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football, and he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Grab near the sticks. It's McCullough. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we